The song, the piyut of Maoz Tzur, is almost synonymous with Chanukah. The minhag is a very old one, brought down already in the Leket Yosher, a Talmud of the Chumas Hadeshin, that after singing Haneros Halalu about the candles themselves, this paragraph about Maoz Tzur Yeshua Si, about the salvations of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, was sung as well. He actually records a very interesting practice. He writes, Zechurani Keshelik Erev Shabbos. Right, Erev Shabbos, Friday afternoon, it's a crunch to try and do everything that's necessary for Shabbos. It's almost always the shortest Shabbos, or shortest Erev Shabbos of the year, the earliest time that Shabbos is beginning. And we have to make sure that Mincha was davened already ideally, and we have to light the candles, and we have to light them before the Shabbos candles, and we have to get to shul on time. There's so much to be done. And he writes, he remembers, Kishahidlik Erev Shabbos, and they lit candles on Erev Shabbos. Amar Azemer Maoz Tzur Yeshua Si, they sang Maoz Tzur, B'leil Shabbos al HaShulchan im Shar Mizmorim, with the rest of Zmiros at the table on Shabbos. A very interesting practice, and perhaps helpful if we are in a bind looking for more time on Erev Shabbos. But fundamentally, it's strange. Maoz Tzur is not inherently, in terms of the words, connected to Chanukah. It discusses all of the exiles, all of the nisim that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does, with the tefillah at the end and the hope for Yemos HaMashiach, for the final geula that will come. Yes, there's one paragraph, right? Yevanim nikbetzu alai, which becomes a song unto its own. Why? Because that's the one about Chanukah. Nothing else is really about Chanukah. So why is it we really could be, anytime there's an ace, we could be reciting this tefillah, this pismon of Maoz Tzur? What is it that it became synonymous specifically with Chanukah? So an interesting explanation of Druk suggests that the reason is that Chanukah was the end of the period of Nisim. How so? Well, the Gemara in Yom Daf Chav Tes Amud Aleph quotes Rav Asi, Lama nimshel Esther l'shachar. Why is Esther compared to the Shachar, to the morning star? Lomar lecha ma shachar sov kol halayla. Just like the Shachar, the morning star is the end of the night. Af Esther sov kol nisim. So to Esther is the end of the period of miracles. So you'll say, I just said that Chanukah was. Well, that's what the Gemara asks. But what about Chanukah? Answers the Gemara, Nitna lichtov ka'amrina. Now, when the Gemara was talking, the Gemara was only talking about miracles that are going to be written in the Kisvei HaKodesh that are going to be included in Tanakh. Chanukah is not that type of miracle. But yes, it is Sof Kal Nisim. It's clear from the Gemara that Chanukah is the end of the period of the Nisim. In terms of the specific Hagdara, the way that the Gemara was trying to categorize them, Esther is different, but it's still the end of Kol HaNisim. And therefore we can perhaps suggest that when it comes to the Nes Acharon, when it comes to the end of these open miracles, it's a time to reflect on the entire experience of Galus. It's time to reflect on everything on Jewish history, on everything that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has done through us, has done for us throughout, whether in Galus Mitzrayim, whether in the times of Esther, whatever it may be. HaKadosh Baruch Hu's hand is what is guiding Jewish history. And that is going to inform our destiny of the end of the tefillah for Mashiach that is ultimately going to come. The chasov zeroah kodshecha v'karev keitz Yeshua. The tefillah that the Yeshua is going to come is because we know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has had His hand throughout. And that is part of the light. That is part of the or of Chanukah. I heard a beautiful word from the Shem Yishmuel. The Shem Yishmuel writes that the nes of the halakha of Chanukah, in a certain sense, changes each and every year. In terms of the halacha, in terms of how we do it, the maisa, it's exactly the same. We don't change halacha. We don't change how we do things. But in terms of the effect of the candles, it's different every year. How so? Because the world, the darkness of Galus becomes deeper and deeper. The world becomes more complicated, becomes more distant. The Galus becomes, again, a darker and darker place each and every year as we go more into the depths of Galus. But what happens? What happens when you light a candle? The darker that it is, the more the candle shines. So the effect of the or, the light that we bring into the world on Chanukah, is greater each and every year. And that is really what Chanukah is about. That's the opportunity. And that's the song of Maoz Tzur, that we reflect on our relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We reflect on everything that God has done for us in Chanukah, by Yomim Haim Bazman Hazeh, and to this very day. And with that appreciation, and with that tefillah, and with the candles that we light, we hope that we will continue to bring light into the world, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will grant that Or Chodesh Al Tzion To'ir V'nizkechu Lanu Meheira Le'oro.